Planet Vero Studio is powered by the Nolan Group of eXp Realty. Chris Nolan grew up in New York until he joined the U.S. Marine Corps in 1996. He then joined the U.S. Capitol Police until making the transition to real estate. Shortly after, the Nolan Group was formed. They continue to strive for the best possible experience for buyers and sellers. How can they help you in your journey? And now, here's The Nolan Show with your host, Chris Nolan.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the Nolan Show, and we are rolling through November. We're doing all sorts of great stuff, and with us all, as always, we got Heather Lewis. How you doing today, Heather?
I'm doing good, thank you.
Awesome, thanks for being here. And then joining us from Wounded Waters, we have Chuck Gerald today. Chuck, how you doing?
I'm doing great, buddy. Good to be here, and thank you for having me.
Well, thanks for joining us.
Yes.
And you guys have been super busy, right?
Yes. We've had some outstanding trips. Yes.
Yeah. So you guys have expanded since the last time you've been on here. You guys have been doing some pretty cool stuff. You offer some new services now.
Right. Exactly. Kevin is able. He's got his scuba instructor certification, so he is able to take our vets out here using local pool. Then they go down and dive at a couple of designated spots. But he can teach you. He can get your scuba certification.
That's pretty cool.
And all you have to do is pay for the course, which is like $120, and it's like normally a $700, ticket. So that has been added to the mix, as well as he's got a river boat. So when you can't get out on the big seas, we got the river boat, and then the big boat. Okay. So so now you've got all three things covered. Just need some jet skis to throw in the mix.
Yes, definitely. Now you're talking.
Sounds like a few less. Absolutely. Yeah. So now I know we have a lot of people on here listening and watching. So tell us about Wounded Waters and what they're doing to help our veterans.
Okay. All right. So Kevin Klepak, who is the founder of Wounded Waters, when he was first sergeant, he'd take his guys out for a fishing trip on the weekends. They were sitting in the barracks. I think they were in Mississippi, not a whole lot to do. And he'd take them out, and one guy came back and said, "Hey, man, thanks a lot." And come to find out, the soldier was going to go commit suicide, but he had such a good time, he opened up a new lease on life. So that spurred Kevin on to do what he does now, which is to take veterans and first responders out fishing, whether it be ocean, whether it be river, or scuba. Okay. We've added that to the mix now. So he's getting the vets out and letting them have camaraderie with other vets and first responders. So many first responders are veterans as well. Right. And so gets them out, lets them have the camaraderie and the experience of being out. And so it's really cool when you get out and you have no more phone reception. Now everybody's got to talk.
Yeah, I think we need something like that for kids too. Huh?
Yeah, I understand that. But as great as that sounds, in our industry,
it's scary.
It's scary. Not having a phone and missing that phone call. It's like, oh, what are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? We have withdrawals.
I put it. If it completely dies, I run to put it on the charger, and I'm waiting. How long is it going to take before I can turn it back on? And then it's like beep, 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 beep. And I'm like, how? I mean, it just went off. And I missed 5 messages.
We are a slave to them.
I was on a vacation and hanging out with some people, and there was a lazy river, right? So they had the tubes, and you just float around whatever, lazy river. It's nice. So I'm on the tube, phone goes off, so I'm answering, texting, and all of a sudden my tube rolls into somebody else, and I look, and it's this other guy, and he's on his phone. So I'm like, "Hey, how you doing? I'm sorry, I'm a realtor." He goes, "No kidding, I'm a realtor." He was from up north.
I was going to say, you really took your phone on the inner tube?
Yeah, it's waterproof.
Some jobs you just can't get away from it.
Yeah. But that, that's one of the good things. All kidding aside, though, that's one of the things. You getting on the boats with you guys,
right? And it's all about the communication. And that's when you start breaking down the barriers and breaking the walls down. Yeah. So it's important to get them talking, and then the next thing you know, you can't shut them up.
Right. I understand that.
But it's such a great experience. We just had a fishing trip recently where we brought the speaker, a buddy of mine, in from Texas, who was the speaker at the walkathon, Gold Star Mom's 22-mile, well, it's 2.2-mile walkathon. And
I was gonna say,
big difference.
Yeah. And but so
that must
anyway,
be Army math.
And he
wow.
He came in from Texas, and he was landlocked. And so he'd never been on the ocean. And so we were able to get him out with some other vets, and we landed like one of everything. We hit a king, we hit a mahi, we hit a shark,
Oh,
we
that's
hit a
great.
bonita. I mean, it was just one of everything.
Yeah.
And he was just thrilled. And just for what it did for him, and we got back, he said, if we didn't catch a fish, he said, it would have been just phenomenal, just getting out there.
Yeah.
When you're just in Mother Nature and the beauty and everything that comes with it. It gives you a minute to really reevaluate things.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Big first world problems aren't really so big anymore.
And you don't have all the disruptions like the telephone and.
Oh yeah,
right.
yeah. It's definitely different.
It makes a big difference.
Yeah.
It's a good way to unwind, and being out there with other fellow veterans. You're in a world. So many people out there, they support our veterans, and we, we do. But if you're not there, if you haven't been there, you just don't know.
Right.
Right. And
right.
It gives you a place where you can actually be yourself and kind of discuss the things that have been troubling you.
Right. And Wounded Waters is pretty much all veterans. We do have, I think, one first responder that may work as a crew, but it's all veterans. So it's everybody that's been in the barracks, that's walked the walk and talked the talk and relate to other veterans, because it's, we can go in a crowd and we can pick ourselves out and you know who the veteran is, who's not.
Right.
And then we'd like to talk to other veterans because we have shared experiences and we're all a little warped. And so
it's very true.
People understand us when they're veterans. But yes, it's just that camaraderie. It's odd. It's hard to really put in words.
But it's a connection that you guys have.
Yes, absolutely.
I haven't served myself, but we are a big military family.
Well, your husband was Army, and you were a spouse in the Army, so spouses serve right alongside, and they have their own set of challenges.
You guys should get medals.
So
the unsponsored tour, I ran over there too. I got my visa and said he's going to be away for a year. No way. I'm going too. So for the last 6 months, I lived out on the economy because I was, it's hard. I can't even imagine.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, that's a big stress.
And that was in Korea.
Yeah. That's a big stress for a lot of people, being away from their loved ones. We were talking about that coming up on the holidays. Christmas is one of the most stressful days for a lot of veterans because of the fact that they shut everything down and all the things that they normally do, whether they're on, if they're on active duty, it's all gone.
My son can't come home.
Yeah, and that's why every year I open up my house to any active duty or veteran. Come on down, join us for Christmas. So we did it last year, we'll do it again this year.
Yeah, good on you. That's tough when you're sitting in the barracks at Christmas or Thanksgiving. That's a hard day.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you take little things like that for granted, but I mean, you can't even go to a lot of times a grocery store. It's all closed.
Right.
That is so true.
So little things that you just can't do.
Right.
So and with all the anxiety and the stress out there, all the PTSD, we got to make sure that our guys are covered.
Right. Absolutely. Absolutely.
So my phone will be on all day Christmas Day. So if anybody needs to join us, come on down.
Yep, good on you.
So, but
that's so great, Chris.
We'll have a whole big. It's gonna be a big crowd.
I'll have to bring. How about if I make some food and I bring it by the day before?
Oh, you got to be there the day of.
Yeah,
you always have fun at Chris's house.
Yeah, well, and honestly, we're gonna have so much food. I appreciate it.
But you're good.
We have so many people already that are going to be coming and bringing food. We actually take everything out of the dining room, and nobody can sit in the dining room because the whole dining room just
sort of like Halloween.
Pretty much. Yep.
You had a lot of food. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. We'll trump that. Okay. So, but it'll be a good time. So, and honestly, last year we didn't have that many veterans and active duty that showed up, but I got a call from 4 different veterans thanking me that I had not met. Not that they could make it, but knowing that they had the option.
Place to go to.
Right.
So, that was what made the difference for them. So, I mean, that's what it's all about. Yeah. So having the option.
Yes. You don't. It's nice when you don't feel alone.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's a big problem with all of our people out there right now.
Right. Yeah, that's what we don't want. PTSD and when you hibernate, they do not mix. It's not a good mixture at all.
Yep.
So we don't want that. Get out.
But yeah, and guys, as always, we're here. If they want to contact Wounded Waters, if they want to be part of the what they're doing over there? How do they contact you guys?
The best way is to go into the website, and we're looking for veterans and first responders that want to sign up and fish.
Okay.
So if you know a vet that you think this would be something good for them, if you are a vet or first responder and you want to do it, you go to Wounded Waters website and just type in Wounded Waters and go to the website, and boom, there you are. And then sign up or sign somebody up. Okay. And then Kevin they review those. He'll read it. He will then get in touch with a veteran and get them on the water.
Okay, cool.
Get them on the water.
Just so everybody's clear, it is Wounded Waters.
Yes, not
WATERS.
Yes, thank you. Yes, exactly.
Yeah, just to be clear, because this is a local group here in Vero,
right?
And doing a lot of great things.
Yes, yeah.
Awesome. Well, we got to take a quick break, but we want to talk to you more. So don't go anywhere.
All right.
Everybody else, just hang out for a minute. We'll be right back. We'll see you in just a minute. Not crypto coins, not penny stocks. The best tool to build wealth is still real estate. I'm Chris Nolan of the Nolan Group of eXp Realty. Invest today and allow your real estate to provide a future for your family tomorrow. We'll show you the way. Visit mynexthomefinder.com.
At Compass Pest Control, we focus on killing pests where they live and breed by terminating them outside your home or office before they can get in. Hi, I'm Chris Hudman, owner of Compass Pest Control. We prevent roaches, ants, and other pests from getting inside with a proactive approach. We don't stop there. We also offer lawn and plant health programs. And we'll never sell you something you don't need. At Compass Pest Control, our prices are competitive, your satisfaction is guaranteed. Get a free estimate. Visit compasspests.com.
Who's got time to clean? When you need it clean, call Germ Wizards LLC. Using the most up-to-date equipment, Germ Wizards pays strict attention to detail. They make dust disappear. Whether you need your office to sparkle, your home to shine, or you want to give someone a great gift, hire the Germ Wizards. It's easy to get a quote online. There's even an online portal to discuss details directly with your cleaning professional. Visit GermWizardsLLC.com. Make dust disappear with Germ Wizards.
Dr. Stephen Tate offers the safest and most efficient technique for customized cataract surgery. Patients are personally counseled on the best approach for their needs and lifestyle. From multifocal lenses that allow for distance and reading vision to toric lenses that correct astigmatism, let New Vision Eye Center guide you safely through your options. For world-class eye care on the Treasure Coast, visit newvisioneyecenter.com.
Affordable Water continues to offer you the best water on the Treasure Coast. Earn a competitive salary and a 401k, working weekdays as a delivery driver or water treatment tech. To apply, stop in at Affordable Water in Sebastian at 645 Old Dixie Highway.
Hey everybody, glad you're still there. We are here in the studio. For anybody just tuning in, we have Chuck Gerald with Wounded Waters joining us, telling us a little bit about what's going on, what do we have, what they're doing to help our veteran and first responder community. So once again, Chuck, thank you so much. Appreciate you coming down.
Absolutely, it's our pleasure. And there again, thank you for having us on.
Absolutely.
We need to get the word out, and any avenue, and you've been a great supporter, and we really appreciate it.
Oh, it's my pleasure. So now I know that you guys are completely nonprofit. There's no everything is done by donations and by personal money going in.
Right.
If somebody wants to support and help the cause, how would they go about getting a donation in?
Right. Well, there again, you go to the website, Wounded Waters, and you can do a donation at the website, as well as there's merchandise. So, for example, the shirt I'm wearing, those are for sale. There's a new dive shirt out that's wicked. It's red. It's got a skull. It's got a diving mask on it. That's for sale. So there's also other options, and all the proceeds go. All of it goes right back into the not-for-profit, taking soldiers out on the water. It basically goes to fuel and bait.
Okay. Yeah. I know it gets expensive out there right now.
Yeah, it does. Price of fuel, price of bait. I mean, everything's related to fuel. So if fuel touches it, it's expensive.
Yeah, well, and then any repairs and maintenance and all that stuff,
right?
It all adds up really fast.
Yeah, it does. It is that salt water is just wicked on all that stuff. But fortunately, Kevin's a good mechanic. He keeps everything running. Everything's good.
Well, that's good. Well, when you're on the water, you got to be a little bit handy with these things.
Absolutely, yeah. Well, his big boat has 2 motors, so we lose one, we've got one. So, that's good. And he doesn't take chance. If there's any kind of issues, it's addressed immediately.
Right.
The river boat, we got 1 engine, but there again, we're the river. You don't have to go too far out of mainstream and you can start walking.
Right. Yeah, I'll wait on the sinking boat.
Yeah.
It's all good.
Yeah.
Now, if somebody comes down to you guys, though, and they come out and they say, they open up and they need a little more assistance than what can be provided on the boat, you guys have some great connections with some of the other resources here in the local community, correct?
Absolutely, yes. I work with a PTSD group with Next Generation Veterans of Indian River County. So we actually work in tandem. I work with Kevin with Wounded Waters, but also when I have people that I know need to get out on the boat, they need some time like that, I give them, turn them over to Kevin. He's got somebody on the boat, they're having issues, they need support group, counseling, whatever. He turns them over to us, and then we can take them there. So we're able to work in tandem with these veterans. So if they're there, they want help, we have options for them. Right. And there's a lot of options. This county is full of veterans. It's full of a very friendly veteran community, and there's funding for stuff. There's a lot of stuff out there they just don't know. Yeah. And we can point a lot of people to resources.
Cool thing. I just took over as the state squad leader for the military network within EXP. And I mean, there's veterans all throughout the state. Yeah. And it's really great because that's what we want to do is create that net to really make sure that no matter where they are, they have the support that they have.
Right. Exactly. And there was a couple from New York just recently. Okay. So they come from all over. Right. So, we have a lot of resources here because we have so many veterans in this area. And so, we're pulling here, but it's nationwide. So if you're listening, you're out of state, you hear this, or you're in here visiting and you hear about it and you go back to Montana, California, wherever you want to do it, go to the website, sign up, come on back, we'll take you out.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah. Yeah, and don't forget, guys, if you guys are checking this out and you can't remember or you can't, figure out the website, email me directly, cnolan@thenolangroup.com. I'm super easy to get a hold of. And also, don't forget, we're still doing the contest to sponsor 2 veterans to get their license. So if you're out there listening, watching, and you're a veteran or the spouse of a veteran or the child of a veteran, right? And you want to get your real estate license and help people, how can we all grow together? We can do some pretty great things. And we do veteran loans all the time and help our vets get into homes. Nice. So we do a lot of pretty cool things. And if you want to be part of that, I'd love to talk with you about it.
Right.
So
excellent. You're a good guy.
Well, I mean, rising tide raises all ships, right?
Right. Absolutely.
So if we all do a little piece, I can do my part, but together we can do a whole lot.
That's right. Our ethos never ends.
Yep. And that's why I wanted to, have you guys on here, talk about what you're doing, make sure everybody knows exactly what's going on. Right. Because you guys have a lot of time invested.
Well, you'll see us out on the water. You'll see his big boats. Well, both boats have a really cool wrap on them. The big one, you can see it a bit better. But yeah, when you see this really cool wrapped veteran combat fish boat going down the river with flags flying, that's us.
Awesome.
That's awesome.
That is awesome.
Well, cool. When's the next trip coming up?
I don't know when his next one is scheduled. We've got to see what veterans we have. And seriously, if you do know somebody that's interested, tell them to go online. Okay. Wounded Waters, sign up. We're always taking them out. We try to do 1 or 2 trips a week if we can. So, the boat's constantly going.
Okay.
So great.
Yeah.
I like it.
It's good stuff.
I like it. That's good stuff. Well, I do hope you continue to keep up the good work. And I know there's a lot of people out there that need the assistance.
Right. We're in it. It's times are not good right now. We were talking about 22 a day. I'll take 22 a day. I'll take it in a heartbeat right now. Cause by the time you count in everything, we're like 44 a day.
Right.
And so we're going backwards. We're not winning this war. We're losing, and it's the collateral damage after the war that's expensive, and our expenses in the life of our soldiers, male, female, right, as well. So we've got to pay this debt. We owe this debt to them, and we got to make sure they're okay. They took care of us. We got to take care of them.
Yeah, absolutely. And we appreciate everything you're doing over there. And
Right.
you're spending a lot of time with all these guys. So.
Oh yeah.
So.
Yeah. Good stuff though.
So speaking of, what'd you do for Veterans Day? Did you do anything good?
Veterans Day. Well, since all the festivities were pretty much called off except for free food. About 30 of us got together and we hit a breakfast spot and we all had breakfast together and shared some good times. And then it was pretty much a low key day. How about yourself?
Actually, I went out with Heather's husband. We went. He's also a veteran. We went and jumped on the motorcycles.
Nice.
Wound up riding around out there. They had a car show and all that stuff down at the Harley Davidson dealer, which I posted this on social media. But this was weird. All right, we showed up to the car show. All right,
Right.
This is
all right.
great.
Now, show up to the car show in the parking lot before we get to the car show. Beautiful AC Cobra. Right, I think it was a kid car, but still AC Cobra.
Right.
Beautiful car. Walked into the car show. It was a Kia on display. What is going on with this world? It is backwards, folks. Guys, the Kia belongs in the parking lot, right? The Kia goes in the parking lot. The AC Cobra goes in the car show. All right, we got to get this straight.
Yeah,
Right?
right.
Somebody's got to put a stop to this.
You are really upset about this.
Yeah.
I was cracking up. I couldn't take it.
I was like, I don't understand.
I don't. These are troubled times.
I mean, don't get me wrong. It was a nice Kia. If you drive a Kia, I'm not making fun of Kias. But
When you go to a car show.
you got Chevelle. There was a 50-something Chevy pickup, and then a Kia. It doesn't make sense.
Yeah. I don't know.
I don't get it. It's very odd.
I don't get it.
The world's all upside down right now.
It is.
I don't know what's going on.
Right.
Oh my gosh.
But yeah, so I mean, it was a good day. Got some miles on.
Nice.
Definitely some wind therapy, which was cool.
Nice.
Actually, it was funny because we rode. I think we did probably a couple hundred miles or so, maybe a little bit more in total riding. And then it was time because they live a little further south.
They were going all day.
Yeah, they were a little further south than me. So we got back and I had to split off because go back to my house. Now, when I split off, I was 4 minutes from my house.
Yeah.
And as I split off, the rain started coming down. And he had another
Like
30, 40
35,
yeah,
30,
I
40
remember
minutes.
riding in the rain with you one time before too. I guess I'm just gonna have to carry a rain suit when I ride with you, buddy.
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. I seem to get caught in the rain all the time.
Yeah, it's Florida.
I was going to say it's Florida.
Yeah, what are you gonna do?
I rode from Maryland down here with a buddy of mine. He's active duty in the Air Force, and we left Maryland and we stopped at the Wawa to meet up. And you think we should put our rain gear on because it kind of felt like that rain? We'll wait. Nope. 6 or 7 minutes later, skies opened up. I mean, we were drenched. We rode the whole way from Maryland down to Myrtle Beach in pouring down rain. It was a wet ride.
I don't like riding in the rain. It hurts. It stings.
Yeah, it's like people are poking you with needles.
Yes. So he's like, it's fine. I'm like, no, it hurts. You might as well go get a tattoo.
The beanie helmet and get a full coverage.
Yeah, well, you got to tuck up behind the fairing as much as possible.
Yeah.
So, but no, it's all good stuff.
Had a good time.
So, but yeah, no, that's what it was all about, getting out, and it was definitely a good day.
Just getting out with other vets, having a good time.
Yep.
That's what it's all about.
And there was a lot of vets down there, so it was a good time. So,
good.
Met some new people. Actually met some people transitioning into this world of real estate.
Real estate,
so that was kind of cool. Met a couple of guys going into the military, so that was neat.
Wow, okay.
And overall, it was a good day. And then... and now we're right back at it and doing our
like it
thing.
never happened.
And now we're on our way into the holiday season. We got Thanksgiving coming up,
right?
And it's going to be crazy. So it's going to be.
What are you doing for Thanksgiving?
We're going to have it at the house. So all the family, friends, all that kind of stuff. So it'll be good. What about you?
Well, our family's kind of split. My kids won't be able to make it this year.
Okay. Well, hopefully next year.
Yep. But I still have kids at home, so it's okay.
Okay.
We're going to have still a little bit of Thanksgiving dinner.
Nice.
But anyway, Chuck, I can't thank you enough for coming down.
Oh, buddy, we appreciate all you do.
Let's see what we can do for the next year and get some good stuff happening.
Absolutely.
But until then, we got to go. So
All right.
we're out of time. So everybody, follow us on Facebook, follow us to your new home, and we'll see you soon. Bye, everybody.
Bye, everyone.